No one made love with as much tenderness and passion as Ron Jeremy.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Good Times and the Greatest. My name's Johnny Goodtimes. I am joined, as always, by the greatest living American writer, Neal Pollack. Neal, welcome to the show.
It's time for a win, Johnny. I'm 0-4. A question, though. How many teams have started 0-4 and gone on to make the playoffs? There has to be a few examples.
I mean, in baseball.
Yeah, baseball for sure.
Maybe not football.
If it's a 7-game series, I think you've lost it 0-4.
Yeah, but it's not. It's the regular. This is the regular season. I'm gonna call this a rounding error.
Right. Over 162 games. I mean, it's just a matter of getting your pitching rotation line back up the way you want it.
We've had some injuries.
And we want to welcome to the show one of America's premier Charles Bronson fans, Eric Todd. Welcome to the program.
Well, thank you. I'm so glad to be here. I've been friends with Johnny Goodtime for 1,000 years, and I know nothing except for maybe Charles Bronson on the Bikini Academy film franchise I might know a little bit about. So I think that he might get his first win. I'm a jobber that they brought in to give Neal his first win. But I really enjoyed his
Eric is the Randy Mulkey of trivia.
I'm also a stand-up comedian. That's how I know Johnny. And I also want to say that Ashley Babbitt was amazing last week. You know, I mean, she had what a great turnaround since her accident.
She's gonna love you calling her Ashley Babbitt.
Yeah, that's gonna go well. So we are trying out some new technology this week. Don't worry, folks. There will still be Big Buck Duck. We're not changing that technology at all. However, we are operating under a new scoreboard that I have put together, and it's going to be so professional. It's going to make your freaking head spin.
Let's take a look. Can we see it?
There it is.
Oh my God. Wow, that doesn't look anything like any other game show.
Any other game show. No, it looks nothing like any other game show. That's what's so remarkable about it. And so let's go over our topics. We are starting with Hard Out Here for a Pimp, 2 first names, just like Eric Todd, Stand Pat, and Charles Bronson's co-stars. So that's our 4 topics for this week. Eric, how the game works, there are 16 questions total. They're worth 1, 2, 3, and 5 points apiece. And you will get to pick one. And there are 2 Big Buck Ducks on the board. If you get a Big Buck Duck, you can bet up to 10 points. Eric, you get to go first. So I'm going to hand you control of the board to kick us off. What do you want to go with?
I'm going to start off strong with Bronson's co-stars.
Bronson's co-stars, how many points you want to go for?
Take me up to 5. Is that like the highest? Is that how this works? If I don't know this, nobody's going to listen to my podcast again.
well, it is the co-stars. It's not really him. Give us a little plug while I'm looking for the questions.
So this week in Charles Bronson, the highly uncalled for news and pop culture program that revolves around this weirdo and my community's obsession with the late great action star is use Charles Bronson kind of as a the jumping off point to talk about all kinds of things in pop culture. So if we talk about Rider on the Rain, we talk about how I can't think of the man's name right now, a co-star was married to Black Emmanuel. So I mean that's exciting.
This is exciting too, Eric. You have landed a Big Buck Duck on the very first question of the game. So now you can bet up to 10 points. However, if you get the question wrong, Neal can go for the steal.
I will bet 10 points.
You are betting 10 points. All right. Bronson starred with Steve McQueen in The Great Escape. 2 years later, McQueen played a poker player in what film with Anne Margaret?
So this is one of my favorite movies because it took place in New Orleans, and it's called, oh, Jesus Christ, The Cincinnati Kid.
The Cincinnati Kid is correct.
Also one of my favorite movies. I'm not going to let him have any more of these Bronson's co-stars. I'm going to go for Bronson for 3.
Sorry, Bronson appeared in Pat and Mike with Katharine Hepburn in 1952. A year earlier, she had received a Best Actress nomination for her role in what film with Humphrey Bogart?
The African Queen.
The African Queen. That is correct.
Good job.
Neal cuts the lead to 10-3.
Give the man his
All right,
points.
Eric, back to you.
Where are my points,
I mean,
Johnny?
we might as well just keep going through Bronson's co-stars. But these, yeah.
Oh, look at that. It automatically. Okay. All right. Bronson's co-stars for 2. Hope Lang co-starred in Death Wish. She later appeared in what 1986 classic where she played Laura Dern's mother?
86. I'm going to have to say I don't know. I'm sorry.
All right. Going to send this over to Neal. Neal, what do you got?
In 1986, Laura Dern was in Blue Velvet.
Blue Velvet
Shit.
is correct.
I was going to say
Neal.
Wild at Heart, and I knew that Wild at Heart was her real mother. And oh my God, it's a David Lynch, and I got it wrong.
Her real mother, Diane Ladd. I'm
Okay.
going for Bronson for 1. We're going to wrap this category up.
All right. We are going Bronson for 1. 2 of Bronson's co-stars in The Stone Killer would later star on Three's Company. One was John Ritter. The other played Mr. Roper. Who was he?
Easy.
It was Norman Fell with Mr. Roper.
Norman Fell is correct.
Oh God.
All right. That was
You're knocking on my door
quite
now,
an
Eric.
exciting run through Charles Bronson's career.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like you're right there in the theater watching the movie, doesn't it? Eric, I got to ask, I'm going to put you on the spot here. What is your favorite Bronson film?
My favorite Charles Bronson movie is a movie called Cold Sweat. I get a lot of slack for this because I don't believe it's his greatest movie. I think his greatest movie is Hard Times, where he plays a boxer during the Depression era.
I love Hard Times.
Yeah, I think that's his best movie. But my favorite, my comfort food is a film called Cold Sweat, which is like a French or it's before he was a big star in America. I like it. It's got kind of a what's that? Oh my God, Key Largo kind of vibe to it.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Neal, I know. So Neal is a huge cinephile, Eric.
Yeah,
And he's at the theater constantly and big movie dork. Neal, what is your favorite Heston film?
I mean, Bronson. My favorite Heston film.
Bronson.
yeah.
My favorite Heston film is Soylent Green. My favorite Bronson film I think Hard Times would be it's such a great movie. Also, I mean, I hate to say it, but I love The Magnificent Seven. You know, I mean, it's just yeah. I mean, you can't. That's really one of my 10 favorite movies ever. I mean, obviously, just the fact when Charles Bronson is like your fifth, your number 5 guy, he's coming off the bench. You're rolling good there.
Well, Neal, you'll have to be on our program since you're a cinephile.
I don't really love his
You don't have to.
Revenge movies. No,
I'm just saying you don't have to love Charles Bronson.
I don't know him hardly at all. And Eric had me on. Here's the deal: you get an assignment to watch one of his movies, and then you come on and talk about the movie.
That's the kind of homework I love to do. So I'm happy to do it. I love movies. I will see any movie at any time. So
I think one of the biggest misconceptions of our show, and I think we would have 3 times the audience if people realize that you don't have to be a Bronson fan to enjoy it, especially if you're a cinephile or you like to read. I have a lot of authors on. We just had Sherman Alexie on.
Oh, yeah. I know Sherman Alexie.
And he was great. So much fun.
All right.
What inspired you to go in on this? Like, I mean, what a kind of random and interesting podcast idea.
I love movies and I love pop culture, but I'm not as cinephile in a way that I know everything. Like I should have got that Hope Lang, Laura Dern question because I'm a big David Lynch fan. The only thing I know a lot about, and I know as a completist, is Charles Bronson because I was obsessed with him as a teenager.
And that's the thing. When I was doing this round, was realizing because you think of the sort of the stereotype as Death Wish, and and kind of the. Right. Getting pigeonholed into those badass, guy that's going to come back and save the neighborhood kind of thing. But then you look at his IMDb credits, and you're like, oh my God,
Yeah.
this dude was not just Death Wish. This guy really had a long and illustrious career, not just as a badass, vigilante, but as a lot of different kinds of roles.
Right. And by the way, it was Alfalfa that he was in Pat and Mike with.
That's right. That's
Who,
right.
Robert, you mean Robert Blake?
No,
No, not Robert Blake. No, Alfalfa. What was Alfalfa's real name?
No, Alfalfa
Christ.
died in like a fight in like the 50s or
Yeah.
something. He was also in It's a Wonderful Life.
Right. And I'm a big fan, like I'm a cinephile or a cinematic, like I love to read books about people. And one of my favorite writers is Bert Kearns, right? He wrote a book about Lawrence Tierney, he wrote a book about Brando, and I want to talk to him. So I make a connection. We make a connection somehow. So, and he wrote this article about the death of Alfalfa on Substack. And I was like, I'm going to link Bronson to Alfalfa. And sure enough, there's Alfalfa and Charles Bronson playing whatever they were, henchmen or something, right there with Pat and Mike, two of the biggest.
6 degrees of Charles Bronson. All right, so where are we on the board there, Johnny?
Okay, we got Hard Out Here for a Pimp, Two First Names, and Stand Pat. All right, Eric, you're bored.
Let me do Hard Out Here for a Pimp for 3.
Hard Out Here for a Pimp for 3. You might find an aquarium attached to a car on this show that was hosted by Exhibit.
Pimp My Ride?
Say it again.
Pimp My Ride.
That is correct. Pimp My Ride, starring Exhibit, quality program, and you take a 13-6 advantage. All right, Neal, you're up.
Two first names for 3.
Two first names for 3. He released the album The Stranger in 1977 and the single Turn the Lights Back On in 2024. Who is he?
He is Billy Joel.
He is Billy Joel. Indeed. All right, Eric. There is your board, sir.
Two first names for 2.
Two first names for 2. Her debut pop album was 2008's One of the Boys. Who is she?
And she's got 2 first names.
Mm-hmm. Big star. Big star.
That's a hint.
Yeah, I feel like that was a hint. I'm gonna say I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know. I want to keep the
All right,
going.
I am going to hand it back over to Neal for the steal.
I'm gonna guess that this is kind of a trick question. I'm gonna say Katy Perry.
Katy Perry is correct.
Oh my God, Katy Perry. Yes,
You got it. Yep.
I got 11 now, right? Your shoulder's hiding my score there.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
There you go. I'm moving my shoulder out of the way. All right. So Eric has 13. Neal has 11. Neal's a huge Katy Perry fan. That was easy for him.
Two first names for 5.
Two first names for 5. Who starred in Parks and Rec and Big Little Lies? Who starred in both Parks and Rec and Big Little Lies?
Adam Scott.
Adam Scott is correct.
good job. That was killing me.
Nice work. Neal takes the lead.
All right, good for you. I'm proud of him.
All right, Eric, back to you.
As a bit of a pimp myself, I'd like to go to Hard Out Here for a Pimp for 5.
Oh my
Eric,
God!
Look what you have uncovered, brother. You
Another
have got
mallard
yourself
duck.
the second big buck duck.
Unfair.
Eric, if we got big buck duck hats made, would you wear one?
Yes, I most certainly would.
I would certainly.
Good to know. Good to know. I'm gonna talk to some people. I know some hat people.
I'll wear it on my program, and the next thing you know, Charles Bronson fans everywhere will be wearing them.
Yep. Nobody will quite understand the connection, but we'll know. So you have a big buck duck. You can bet up to 10 points. Actually, you have
5.
13. You can bet up to 13 points.
Oh yeah,
But-
he's gonna bet 5. He's gonna bet.
I'll
he's
bet
gonna
5. Yeah, I'll bet 5.
He's going to bet 5. All right.
I don't know
Neal
how much I know about pimps.
I'm like, wait, that's another rule change.
I always tweak one rule every week, Eric, and it's not really to improve the game. It's just to piss Neal off.
It's just to make things harder for me.
All right, so he's going for 5. If you get this right, you take the lead. What cool dude is best known for writing the 1967 book, Pimp, The Story of My Life?
No, this is too easy. His name is Iceberg. Oh God, Iceberg Slim.
Iceberg Slim is correct. And Eric takes the lead back.
What's the score there?
It is 18-16.
Whoa, neck and neck.
I'm gonna try to take the lead back. I'm gonna go to stand pat for 3.
Stand pat for 3. What hilarious comedian died at the age of 41 in 2011?
Bernie Mac?
Incorrect. Bernie Mac does not have the letters P-A-T.
Yeah, I understand. I understand that.
You should have at least said Bernie Pat. All right, Eric, you can get the steal here. What do you got?
Is it weird that I feel bad? Like I really want Neal to win, but it's Patrice O'Neal.
It is Patrice O'Neal.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet. All right, back to you, Eric. Over.
You know what? Let's do stand pat for 2.
Stand pat for
I don't
2.
know.
What's better known as the knee bone?
Pat bone? I don't fucking know. Oh, excuse my language.
Yeah. No, this is on a Christian radio station, Eric. Jesus Christ, you just really got us in deep shit with the FCC. I hope you're happy.
I don't know.
Neal?
It's the patella.
It is the patella.
Ooh,
we have got ourselves a thriller, folks.
What's the score? I can't see it.
It is 21 Eric, 18 Neal.
Oh.
All right. Stand pat for 5.
Stand pat for 5. What film won the Best Picture Oscar in 1971?
Patton.
Patton is correct. Neal regains the lead. Oh boy, the papers are going to be talking about this comeback tomorrow.
The papers.
It's hard out here for a sex trafficker too.
For 2. Who had a hit with his 2016 album To Pimp a Butterfly?
John Legend.
Incorrect. Neal.
I'm going to try Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar is correct.
The son of a bitch. Is he winning now?
He is winning 25-21.
Yeah. That's not okay.
I like.
All right, but don't worry. There's still a Wheel of Terrific question at the end.
There's always a way for me to lose. Two for Johnny makes sure of that. 2 first names for 1.
2 first names for 1. Who starred in the 2007 film I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry and the 2026 film Solo Mio?
Truly, he has one of the finest filmographies in all of cinema. Also starring in the Paul Blart Mall Cop films. His name is Kevin James.
Kevin James, correct, Neal. All right.
Pat. I'll do stand pat. Well, no, you know what? No, yeah, I'll do
stand pat. It's too late. Hippies use what as a perfume to make them smell like hippies?
I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it right, but it's called like patchouli.
Patchouli is correct. And we're going to close it out with Neal.
Give him his point.
Yeah,
all right, Pimp.
Long before hosting Inside the Actor Studio, he claims that he was a pimp for a year in France. Who was he?
James Lipton.
James Lipton is correct.
I believe it's Rudy Ray Moore.
Oh,
did you see that Eddie Murphy, Rudy Ray Moore movie that was on Netflix?
It was great.
I thought it was great. I met Rudy a few times, and he did it very great. He did a great job because Rudy really was this like really sweet, soft spoken kind of.
Yeah,
he really was nothing like that Dolomite character at all.
Where did you meet him?
Chiller Theater Expo, back before they started getting like big names. It was just like B movie people and horror movie people, and it was a lot of fun. You could go there, and it wasn't, you know, you didn't stand in 5 hour line to get an autograph. I stopped going a long time ago because soon as they started getting like, Bill Murray and Chevy Chase and the guy from Jaws, Richard Dreyfuss, I'm like, that's not chiller theater. Rudy Ray Moore is like walking up to Fred Olen Ray, the director of Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, as he's getting in the elevator and having a 10-minute conversation with him. That's chiller theater to me. Did you ever go to one?
No, no, no.
No.
No, I actually like only recently kind of developed an affinity for horror movies. But there's this whole new genre of like I would say like horror comedy like that movie Obsession that's in theaters now. I don't know if you've seen that yet, but it's like about these mumblecore Gen Z people who can't communicate with each other, and this guy's in love with a woman and he can't tell her, and he finds a magical object in a like a hippie store and that gives him a wish, and he breaks this one wish willow, and he like wishes that this woman would love him more than anyone else in the world, and
Oh,
boy does that go wrong.
that sounds
Fucking
good. I
fucking
like
that movie's
I
fun.
like,
That movie's freaking great.
yeah, I like horror that's like I like either like Thinking Man's like really weird esoteric horror, or I just like it to be really stupid, like
I
Hollywood
like I
Chainsaw Hookers.
No, I don't like I like kind of a horror with like a satirical edge. So like that and Weapons I thought was fantastic. The movie Companion last year, fucking loved Companion. All that's it's a good time if you like Barbarian, obviously. If you
Hmm.
like these kinds of movies, they're all
It's
over the
been
place.
interesting because I never liked horror movies at all. My wife never liked them at all. So we have never seen them. And then somehow we produced a kid who is obsessed with horror movies.
Oh yeah.
So I've
All
watched more horror
kids are, I
movies in
would
the last
imagine.
2 years than I've watched in my entire life before that.
What's our final round called in this thing? The Big
Uh,
Banger.
the, hold on.
The
The
Big
big,
Banger.
yeah, the big banger wheel.
Yeah.
Uh, um,
The show sounds very
so
dirty. The Big Buck Duck, the Big Banger Wheel.
this is the big banger wheel. You guys see it?
I do.
Yes.
I do. I see
All
whammies.
right. So we'll see how many points this next question is going to be worth. I think the score is 27-22.
Okay.
So here is how many questions, or here's how many points the big banger is going to be. Are you guys ready? Now, you don't want to get any Johnnies, Eric.
What's the
Okay.
Johnny
If you
give
get Johnnies, everybody loses all their points.
Oh,
Okay.
no
And
Johnny's.
we end in a 0-0 tie. We ask, no, I'm kidding. We spin it again, however many points it is. We ask one more question, and then if somebody gets it right, they win.
All right.
Listen, I got street creeps to kill. Can we move on?
All right, all right, all right. We're moving. We're moving. All right. Looks like it's gonna be a 15-pointer. Whose 2004 autobiography was titled "How to Make Love Like a Porn Star"? Whose 2004 autobiography was titled "How to Make Love Like a Porn Star"? All right, I'm going to give you gentlemen a few seconds to work on that. While you do, I want to remind our listeners that you need to subscribe, follow, hit the like button, do whatever the kids are doing. Do whatever the kids are doing these days to make a couple of old guys popular. That's all we're
Got to
asking.
do it.
Yeah.
These are cool old guys, by the way. These guys are cool. Look at them.
Yeah.
Hip grandpas. This is really a show about hip grandpas talking to each
Right. That's
other.
what we should have called it. We should have just called it Hip Grandpa's Trivia.
Yeah. Yeah. We've had a couple of people. We've had a couple of millennials.
Yeah, we've got a diverse cast of characters for our contestants.
This
Yeah.
is gonna, this would be
But
like,
thus far, they all have one thing in common: they've all beaten Neal.
that ends now. Maybe.
We'll see. All right, it'll come down to this: 27-22, and if Eric gets it right and Neal gets it wrong, Eric comes away with the victory. Let's start with Eric. What do you got?
I have, and I don't know if you can read it, Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy. All right, Neal, what do you have?
Great minds think alike, Johnny. I also have Ron Jeremy.
And you are both incorrect. The correct answer, Jenna Jameson.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought she
Jenna
died.
Jameson.
I know Ron Jeremy died.
Yeah.
It just shows you how our minds work. Like, well, how to make love like a porn star? It must be a man.
It must be a
Well,
dude, right? Yeah.
No,
We're
no,
the
no one made love with as much tenderness and passion as Ron Jeremy. Amber Lynn, what was her name last name? I don't really know. I don't know a lot of porn. I don't watch porn.
I don't either.
We didn't have to watch porn in the 70s. We had Charlie's Angels. We had
Hmm.
Linda Carter's Wonder Woman. We had Bionic Woman. Like, there's no need to watch porn when there were like lots there.
Daisy Duke.
Daisy
Yeah.
Duke, Heather Locklear on T.J. Hooker. There was no need for men in the 70s to
Heather
watch porn
Locklear,
because
yeah.
it was on ABC.
Or the
She had
Fall
summer.
Guy. Who was on the Fall Guy? Who was that?
Aaron Gray on Buck Rogers. We didn't
Oh
need
yeah.
porn. We had PG porn splattered across our TV.
Twiggy on Buck Rogers. I mean, we had it all.
Twig,
We had it
Twiggy.
all. We didn't need
We
porn.
Tina Others. That was the
Oh,
80s.
Tina Others, yeah. Mindy Cohn, the girl, the fact.
Punky Brewster.
Let's
Okay.
move
I
it
won.
forward.
I won the game, Johnny. I
Neal
won the
got to
game.
win. Neal
I'm so
got his
happy. I
first
really am
win.
happy. I really
wasn't
didn't
me.
want to beat you. I would have felt bad.
It was fun.
Sunset
It would
Boulevard.
it would have been funnier if you had, but I'm happy to get a see. Like I said, like then I'm just gonna reel off like 10, 12 in a row, and then suddenly I'll be in first place. You don't look at the standings in trivia until after the All-Star game.
Here's another thing that you guys can both kind of hang your hats on is that you can go to your wives and say, look, I had no idea who wrote that porn star book.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
like, yeah, I don't know anything about this. That's
My
a
wife
great win.
does.
That's another win.
My wife.
Can I tell you why I didn't know the answer? Because it took place in the 2000s. Like I'm not super duper old, but like my wheelhouse is like 70s, 80s,
Right.
60s maybe. Yeah.
I feel like everybody's is. I feel like this century, there's no decades anymore. So it's really hard.
Not for us. If you talk to young people.
I will say this. I play a lot of competitive trivia. If you want to compete, you got to know stuff from the aughts
Right.
because you're going to
Yeah.
lose because they're not asking questions about Joyce DeWitt anymore.
But they should.
Mhm.
Sure, because it's foundational knowledge, just like the histories of Herodotus. But they're not asking it,
Yeah.
and because the
Right.
younger people are writing the questions now, and they don't understand the classics.
But even the old people
Mhm.
who are writing the questions, such as yours truly, understand that a quiz I wrote in 2006, I might as well have written in 1937.
Sure.
Right.
It's
But
just
something
there's
we talk.
no-
Mhm.
And I can
There's
imagine
no
it.
connection.
I imagine a 1937 quiz like this well-meaning Chancellor of the Republic of Germany.
Well-meaning shit. Yeah. We talk about this a lot. We talk about this a lot on This Week in Charles Bronson, the highly uncalled for news and pop culture program that revolves around one weirdo and his communities. Love of the late great action star. We talk about this a lot, but like people that grew up when we grew up, like even in the early 90s, when cable, even in the early 90s, they were still playing old movies on
Yeah.
TV. Like I watched The Little Rascals and Blondie and
Mhm.
Dagwood in the 80s with my parents, and those things were from before their time. The Universal Monsters had a big craze in the 80s, and they also had one in the 70s. And, but now everything is so fast moving, and I feel bad for the young people
I'm
because
gonna. I agree with you, but I also disagree with you, Eric. Like I have a 23-year-old son, and he listens to 80s music, not exclusively.
Right.
He's very he knows a Steve McQueen movie
Mhm.
from another Steve McQueen movie. He watched he is familiar with TV of the 2000s. Like I think that if you look at the younger people who appear on the quiz shows, yeah, they
Mhm.
might not know the cast of Different Strokes to their detriment, but
Right.
they're pretty good across the board because the thing about now, everything is available at
True.
once, and so that's
Right.
good.
But you're also this kid's parent, and so like my
Right.
son, my son could probably answer some Charles Bronson, even whether he wants to or not.
Sure, yeah, that
He
makes
could also
yeah,
answer a
yeah.
lot of things about the Ramones or Judas Priest. But a lot of young people nowadays, like, a 23-year-old around here where I live, their parents 32. So it's like,
Yeah. So what a pleasure it was playing against you
it
today.
really was a lot of fun. This is the most fun I've had on a podcast, in a million years. I always have fun with Johnny Goodtimes. We've known each other for over 25 years, which is insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. We did some open mics together back in the good old days.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
yeah, Eric was pretty
Drunk.
amazing. Pretty
No, but pretty
and
amazing.
drunk. He
Did
was both
Johnny
amazing and drunk.
did Johnny have cigarettes coming out of his ears when he was like he does today?
No, he
Yeah.
did not.
I've
No.
been wondering the whole time, like, why do you have cigarettes in your ears?
Because I don't understand. These things are too big for my ear hole.
Get these, get for your birthday. Get some good.
That was Ron Jeremy's book. That's right.
All right.
Too big for
Well,
my ear hole.